All right, hello and welcome everyone. Baro is back. So let's talk about what he has brought for us today. And surprisingly, Baro has brought 3 new items today. We have the new primed pack leader, we have what we expected, the Prisma Avia ankle plate, and then we have the new Mesa Immortal Skin. So a lot more than I anticipated we'd get today, as I thought it would only be this item. But let's go over these new things real quick. First and foremost, primed pack leader. This mod is completely useless. Why, you may perhaps be asking. Okay, so pack leader, for those of you that don't know what it does, it makes it so that whenever you hit things with your melee weapon, it heals your pet. And I'm fairly certain that the regular variant is 36% lifesteal link, and this is quite a bit more than that, sure. However, 36% of your melee damage, if you have any kind of a reasonably okay-ish melee weapon, is always going to heal your pet to full instantly. Like, maybe worst case scenario, you swing twice. So investing 40k endo into this mod, not going to be worth it. Also, on top of that, you would need to put 7 forma into your doggo in order to reasonably fit this mod with the usual build you would run on pets. So that's not gonna work. That's just simply not gonna work out. Definitely not worth investing a 7th forma in my 6 forma doggo. So yeah, I'm gonna pick it up because I'm gonna collect everything, but definitely not worthwhile at all. Prisma Avia ankle, obviously, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's hard to see on this Mesa here. But yeah, it's that. And then the Mesa Immortal Skin we'll take a look at after I'm done talking about the rest of these items. But I'm curious how this looks, of course. I haven't seen it yet. So we have primed rifle ammo mutation. This is not particularly useful and doesn't really get used on anything, so not great. Then we have the shotgun ammo mutation. There is some very minor argument to be made that you would use this on something like a Boar Prime or like maybe the comb, but almost certainly not. And is usually going to be kind of just a huge waste. Prime pistol ammo mutation, however, does see some use with the twin Gricadas because yes, they do eat enough ammo for it to be worth it to run this if you're going to try and use it as your main weapon, as many people do. So if you're a huge twin Gricada fan, this is probably going to be a necessity for you, so pick it up. Then besides that, we have Prime Pistol Gambit, which if you're going to be a Twin Gricada user, you need this, but this, more so than that, goes on pretty much every single secondary in the entire game that's worth using. So probably going to want this. It's real good. And then Prime Slip Magazine is the exact opposite of that. This does not go on anything, so don't waste your time with it. And then Prime Target Cracker is the same as Pistol Gambit. This and Pistol Gambit go together. Shock and Surprise, the critical mods, go with each other to go on pretty much all of the good secondaries in the entire game. So you definitely want to pick up Pistol Gambit and Target Cracker if you're going to be getting Prime mods. Now, we also have the Ignis Wraith. The Ignis Wraith is really good, but I will reiterate here again that you can get this weapon completely for free. You don't have to pay 550 ducats and like 250,000 credits for it. You can literally just trade with one of the many clans who have access to infinite blueprints of this weapon for it for totally free. People in my clan will like just give it out for free. Don't pay for it. There are many nice players, at least on PC, who will just hook you up with this weapon. That is notably not true for Switch, where there are no clans that have this weapon because they didn't get the event where that was a thing that happened. So if you're on Switch, you are going to have to buy it through Baro, but otherwise you can get this weapon very easily for free from just some random nice player. With that, we also have the Volcar Wraith, which is not a sniper rifle I'm a huge fan of, but it does work. It's not a terrible weapon by any means. It's just on the lower end of sniper rifles, which is a kind of, you know, very good class of weapon as it stands right now. And then we have the full Harkonnen armor set for anybody that missed that stuff, and a bunch of other cosmetics and things, and the Katir presence, which doesn't even cost ducats. The only thing of note here that is a gigantic waste of your time is the corrupted heavy gunner specters. These are absolute dog shit useless, and you should never spend ducats or credits on them. Literally, the ducats could be off of this as a requirement, and I probably still wouldn't spend my credits on them, and I have 138 million. These are absolutely fucking worthless. Don't buy them. Anyway, moving on, let's go look at that Mesa Immortal Skin. All right. Okay. So there appears to be a problem that I anticipated might be the thing with the Mesa Immortal Skin, and that is this. If you equip the Immortal Skin on Mesa Prime, you get the regular Mesa Immortal Skin. This is what the Mesa Immortal Skin looks like on regular Mesa, barring, of course, the primed helmet. For those of you that are not aware how Immortal Skins usually work on primes, let's go look at Hydroid, who is a great example of this. This is Hydroid. You go in here, you go Prime Skin, you go Immortal Skin. You can see that it keeps the prime details on the skin, but you get the immortal details on the regular body parts. Mesa was, of course, a special case where her Tenogen was not hooked up properly to work with prime details, so it appears that that fault is unfortunately going to carry over to the Immortal Skin. So if you were hoping that you could get the nice immortal details on Mesa Prime, that is not the case. So, warning, you're only really going to be able to use this on regular Mesa, or if you just like how regular Mesa looks and you go all regular Mesa out, then you can use this Immortal Skin. Otherwise, this is not going to work with the prime details, of course, except for the Peacemakers. So, yeah, that is very much of note. If anyone wants to know how it colors, we can go through that real quick. It's fine, but it's not prime, so it is of very little interest to me, personally, which is really unfortunate. I kind of suspected that this might happen, but, you know, it is how it is. I'm personally a huge fan of the Tenogen as it works right now with Mesa, so this is not a gigantic deal for me or anything. But for people that do not have access to Tenogen, for one reason or another, that is really unfortunate that you kind of can't really use any skin besides the default Mesa Prime skin. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, moving on to consoles, Baro. Okay, so over here on console, very surprisingly, you guys are also getting Prime Pack Leader today for at the same time as PC. We've obviously already been over that this is not worth using whatsoever because regular Pack Leader will always heal your pet to full as long as you have any kind of a decent melee weapon. So you guys have the option to waste 40k endo just like PC. Congratulations. Besides that, though, you guys have Primed Animal Instinct, which is actually incredibly useful, and I would suggest you all pick it up. It goes on literally every single companion you will ever equip. So, yeah, this one's super worth it. Pack Leader, not so much. Besides that, there's the Twin Gurkhata Towson skin. The thing that is of note with this is that it does also come with a single Gurkhata skin. You get both whenever you pick this up. So, there's that. And then you guys have Primed Heavy Trauma. This is for Atlas memes. If you're going to build a stat stick for Atlas, this is, like, hilarious for that. And then, of course, you would also be using... It's Collision Force, I suppose. Yeah, Collision Force on that stat stick, so that's also funny, but not necessary. I really would not suggest you pick up any of the impact mods except for Collision Force, and only if you're going to be building an Atlas stat stick. The same thing for Primed Heavy Trauma. The rest of these impact mods are complete dog shit and never see any use anywhere. Other than that, we have the Maradetron. Maradetron is amazing. If you do not own it, buy it. But figure it out. Get the ducats one way or another. Figure out how to get those ducats together and then spend them on this. Maradetron is incredible. So definitely want to pick this up. Prisma Gurkhata, also very good. Also, people like Gurkhatas. Also, you can get the skin that can go on this Prisma Gurkhata if you like how the Towson stuff looks. So that all works out for you guys today. And then besides that, there is no other like gameplay stuff, just a lot of other cosmetics and things. Although I will note, I like the Foros shoulder plates. They're some like the best free-to-play armor, I think, in the game. So yeah, pretty decent on console. It's mostly interesting that you guys got the Prime Pack Leader at the same time as us. Maybe you guys will be in sync with us in terms of full Baro inventories at some point, but who can say? Anyway, that is going to do it for today. There is no dev stream today. I believe there was going to be one next week. So there's that. However, I am streaming today, so if this video has gone live shortly after that, I will be live over on twitch.tv/Brozime. I hope you guys come hang out, and I will hopefully see you there. Goodbye, everybody.